Alright guys, so in today's video I'm going to show you exactly how to fix domain suspended inside of your Hostinger. Okay, so if you are using Hostinger and you just experienced the domain suspended, just watch this video step by step. Let me walk you through exactly how to fix it. Okay, so first things first, you need to watch this video to the end so you're not going to make any mistake. Alright, so most people just watch half and then they end up making mistakes, so just watch to the end so you're not going to make any mistake. So let's get right into it. If you're seeing anything like this that looks like this or something similar, basically if your domain is suspended, your hosting is suspended, just watch this video step by step. Let me walk you through exactly what to do about it. Okay, it is very easy. So first thing you need to do, obviously if you're logged into your Hostinger and all of that, and then you go inside, maybe you go inside where your domains are and then you see something like that, what you need to do is that you need to follow this step-by-step process that I've left out for you. Alright, so there's a step-by-step process that I've left out for you, which is how to fix your domain suspended. Alright, so if you're seeing something like this, right, so I'm going to walk you through exactly how to fix it. So if you want to get this exact guide, what you need to do is that you need to come open a tab on your browser. Okay, open a tab and then you want to type in Hostinger, okay, domain suspension. All right, so if you type in Hostinger domain suspension, just come here and click on this first one. This is where you're going to get the exact step-by-step guide. Now let me read it for you and also explain it for you. So we are going to walk through it to see how we can fix the domain suspension. All right, so it says here, basically it says that when email verification is required, okay, it says in Hostinger, email verification is triggered in the following scenario, right? Usually your account can be suspended when email verification is required. That's what they're saying. And if you've not verified your email, all right, so you can actually get if you've not verified it, your domain can be suspended, your hosting can be suspended, and all of that. So that's what this means, right? So it says when email verification is required, so that's what it means. Okay, now it says that there are a few things that can trigger this email verification, which is one is new registration. Obviously if you're starting your you put in your email, you obviously want to verify that email, right? Makes sense. So, and if you've not suspended, if you've not registered and put in verify the email, you'll probably not be able to use your account very effectively, so which is one way to get suspended. Also, when there's any form of transfer, all right, so when transferring a domain to Hostinger, maybe from another hosting platform to Hostinger, right, so usually there will be a temporal suspension, and I'm going to explain that further in just a minute. But then there's going to be a temporal Hostinger domain suspension. All right, so another thing is when there's a contact change, when you're experiencing doing some contact changes. So what does that mean? When you update the registration or registrant contact information, maybe you're changing your name, changing your website, which your company name or something, your phone number, usually there can be suspensions during that period until everything has been verified in terms of like the contacts that you're putting has been properly verified or set. That's when you'll be able to have access to your account, your suspended domain. Another thing also is when you're moving domain. So when you're moving a domain between Hostinger accounts, maybe from one Hostinger account to another Hostinger account, usually during that period of movement there can be suspensions, right? So if you're currently doing any of these things, so it then means that you should not be afraid. Okay, so these things are normal. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. So these things are usually normal, and I'm going to explain to you what to do as well in just a minute. But then also it says here verification timeline and requirements. So this is what I want to explain to you. Usually the verification timeline, so you know how long the suspension will last. Okay, it says here according to ICANN requirements, a domain name's contact detail, a domain name's contact details must be verified within 15 days. Okay, so usually any of these contact details, so if you're like maybe changing contacts, right, they usually will verify it must be verified within 15 days. Alright, so it will not exceed 15 days. It will be verified within 15 days, otherwise it will get suspended until verification is complete. So what this basically means is that anytime you're doing a form of domain names detail checking, maybe you're putting in a new contact detail and all of that, that you have to do the verification, proper verification within 15 days. Maybe they can ask for maybe a document, they can ask for maybe an ID, all those kinds of things. And when you're doing those things, right, so you have to do it within 15 days. That's what it means. So if you're not doing it within 15 days, right, it will get suspended. Right, so it will get suspended until verification is complete. So you have to complete every verification you're doing usually. Okay, so if you don't complete it within 15 days, it will get suspended. I hope that makes sense. So special requirements for maybe Indian related domains and all of that. So also maybe there are specific ones for Indians, So in case you're Indian, just watch this video. Also, if you're not Indian, just keep paying attention. Right, all domain registrations where the registrant country is India. All right, so it says that these domains contact detail must be verified within 7 days to avoid suspension. So for other people who are not in India, you must verify your account, your contact details within 15 days. But for Indians, you must verify within 7 days. I hope that makes sense. You must verify within 7 days. So that's it. So having said that, so also you need to also know that if your domain is suspended due to a failed verification, the name servers will change automatically to the registrar's one. All right, so if there is a suspension due to failed verification, the name server will change automatically to the registrar's one. On the DNS checker tool, it will look similar to this. So this is, they have given us a pictorial example of what they mean. So it will go back to the registrar's one, the registrar's ones. Okay, so people who registered the domain originally, something like this. It should look something like this. So this one, it says the ina2.registrar.eu and all of that. So basically, yeah, so if, like I said, if your domain is suspended due to failed registration, the name server will return or automatically be switched back to the registrar's one, the people who originally registered that domain. Right, so what should you do if the domain is suspended? Right, so what should you do if your domain is suspended? Now this is something that you need to pay attention to, very, very important. Okay, so it says here to unsuspend your domain. All right, to unsuspend your domain, navigate to hpanel and verify your domain. Navigate to hpanel inside of your domain. So basically, if you come here, log in, right? So you just go to where it says hpanel. It is super simple. Honestly, you cannot miss it. Just go over to hpanel, and then once you go over to your hpanel, all right, once you go over to your hpanel, let me come here, you just click verify your domain. You just go there and click the domain and verify the domain. After successfully verifying your domain contact details, the name server will reverse to the original values, right? So triggering the DNS propagation. All right, very, very important. So your domain will be back online within 24 hours or less. So as long as you do the verification right, so you go and do the verification of the domain, everything should be back to normal. So what do you do? What are the steps you need to take? You navigate to the hpanel and verify your domain. Maybe verify it in terms of like your contact details and all of that. They are going to give you a list of things to verify. I'm going to give you a list of things to verify. Once you've done it, everything should be set within 48 hours. Now, solving possible verification issues. All right, so the verification email can take up to 15 minutes to arrive. All right, so verification emails usually can take up to 15 minutes. So if you have not received, let me do this well. So if you have not received it after that time, check your spam folder. Sometimes these emails can go into spam, and I've experienced these things myself, where your messages, your emails will go over to spam, so you will not be able to see. So you can check your spam to verify. Right, if it's still not there, try resending the verification email from the domain management page in your hpanel. So you have to resend the verification from your domain management page inside of your hpanel. Very, very important. Right, if you use a non-existing email for your domain, which is, I think, something that people need to pay attention to, because sometimes you might make mistake in your verification, your email address. Maybe you added a dot where you should not have added a dot. You added an extra letter or an extra number, or subtracted an extra number. So you want to verify the email. So if you are putting an email that is non-existent, all right, so for your domain, if you're using an email that is non-existent, the verification email might go somewhere else. So you also need to verify it. All right, so you update your domain's contact details with the correct email. That's what you should do. Okay, so that's what you should do. Update your domain's contact email with the correct email address and contact us. You go to the place and contact them. They have a section where you can contact them. All right, so you can contact them. Let me if I click on it, usually you see their email. So this is basically how to contact them. You can just go through it as well. They're going to show you exactly how to contact. It says here you can ask Cody. All right, so you can ask Cody right here. So it's an AI that can help you out. So that's one of the ways to contact them. So early contact corrections. So early contact corrections within 7 days of registrations. All right. So yeah, if you made a typo, like I just told you, if you made a typo or used an incorrect email address during registration and the domain was registered within the last 7 days, you can update the unverified email directly in HPanel. You can just update it, change it within 7, as long as it's within 7 days. You can just update and change the email. If maybe you use an incorrect email address, or maybe you made a typo, right, you added an alphabet or a number that was not supposed to be there, so you can just directly you can actually update the unverified email directly in the HPanel without needing access to the original address. Okay, so how do you do that? So what you just do is that you just go to your domains, you go to manage. All right, so go to domains, go to manage, and then select can't access this email. Super simple. All right, so that's super simple. So this is basically it. All right, so these are the few steps you can take. So they also have screenshots here. Like I said, I've showed you exactly how to get this document. Right, so you can also go through it yourself to look at it step by step. Right, they also have some pictorial representations. You might not see well because it's not zoomed in, but then they also have like a pictorial representations of how you can actually do it. Impute the new email address, where you can actually impute it and use if you want to verify the domain, and maybe the new one that has been corrected and all of that. So you complete the phone OTP, or like your one-time password for your phone number and all of that. So I'm going to send it to you. You do that and boom, you're good to go. Okay, so that's basically it. So this is actually how to, safely fix domain issues, right? Domain suspension inside of Hostinger. All right, so that's basically. So do well to like this video if you got any value, and also subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. We make videos like this to help you out, so just subscribe. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next video.